Thank you again for joining the webinar. We are on dot on our time scale today. We'll do a bit of brief and again do a bit of the housekeeping. So again, as this webinar is about teaching programs and the pathway to the programs, about the jobs and the outcomes. And at the same time, we'll be talking about some of the visas and the requirements here. Now, ideally, the webinar is supported by New Zealand Tertiary College, which is one of the largest provider of teaching programs in New Zealand. In the meantime, while we are presenting you, which will another 15-20 minutes, we will recommend please put your questions in the Q&A box. It will help us to answer your question as per what all the way we follow. So I'll do the brief about RBS and then probably yes, I will talk about the TC also. So as you see that RBS is one of the recruitment partners for a lot of New Zealand institutions. We are based out of multiple countries with a head office in New Zealand, Singapore, and we have registered office in India and other countries. Now, going around, giving brief about me and Sunil. I'm the director of RBS Intellect. I'm in the education sector for nearly 2 decades now. Supported a journey for around 18,000 students with my team, not myself. And at the same time, we are trying to make sure that we give as much advice through the partners in this whole process. So Sunil, over to you, a brief from you, 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Sanil and I'm the Senior Marketing Manager at New Zealand Tertiary College. Thank you so much, Bharat and RBS team, for inviting me for yet another webinar. I'm always there to support Bharat and his team and a lot of prospective students who are looking to study at early childhood education at NZTC. We already have few students in the last couple of years through RBS, who are studying, and some of them are about to graduate as well. So yeah, I have 12 years experience working at NZTC. And I love meeting students. I love discussing the options of teaching as a career. So if you're looking to be a teacher, early childhood teacher in New Zealand, a kindergarten teacher or preschool teacher, we are there to assist you with the qualifications and guide you through the whole process. So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving you a short presentation, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions you have about studying at NZTC or courses what we offer. So yeah, thank you, Bharat. I'll keep it short.
Great. So guys, just to give a brief about New Zealand. Again, New Zealand is one of the excellent education system available in the OECD countries. We are one of the peace or safe and peaceful country as per the global index. New Zealand universities are all in top 500, though again, there are multiple providers, there are polytechnics, there are private training providers. And again, we're talking today about NZTC, which is one of the largest teaching training provider in the country. At the same time, New Zealand is there the quality of life, the location, the way you see that again, the picture shows the scenic beauty. It's one of the beautiful country in the world, and at the same time, it's one of the safest destination for study and getting the family raised also. Now, New Zealand offers around 4,000 different programs in various streams, various industries. But again, today we'll be talking majorly about teaching programs across the sectors. Now, I believe a lot of people know where in New Zealand, but still I keep this slide to make sure that we tell how far we from the other part of the world or where we are. So practically New Zealand is on the southern side of Australia, which again, we say southern east side, where we have 2 islands, whereas if you talk about the major countries like India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, or Malaysia or Singapore, we have around direct flight from Singapore, Malaysia, but there's no direct flight from Nepal, India, or Sri Lanka, or Bangladesh. Now, most of the flights are routed through Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, or going through Dubai and Qatar. So it's again 18 hours of journey in direct flight, whereas from Singapore, Malaysia, it's around 9 to 10 hours journey. But again, it's quite good destination to go around that you are not touching with any land or any kind of issues there. So around the education system of New Zealand. Now, New Zealand, a lot of time you will see this word used as levels. We talk about levels of education is that to make sure that we are not differentiating but what we are offered into other countries. So New Zealand do follow the British education system, which is offered in most of the Asian countries. So levels are primarily like, if you say level 7 is equivalent to a bachelor's degree. Level 8 is a postgraduate or a postgraduate certificate option. Level 9 is master's, and level 10 is a PhD. So, because we are going through the qualification framework of students who will be coming from South Asian or Southeast Asian countries, most of them come for level 5 and above all. And I mean, today also NZTC, the qualification offered with NZTC are between level 5 to level 9. Now they do offer level 4 and level 3 in the other sectors, but in the teaching side, they're primarily for international student will be level 5 and above. So we'll talk through them. We'll go through the qualification one by one. But again, before we start the presentation of Sanil, what I'll recommend that please type your questions in a Q&A box. It'll be easier for us to go through that. Now, I'll be sharing the presentation, so just want to quickly switch the screen. It'll be easier. Now, Sanil, is that okay to you? Can you see the screen?
I can. Do you want me to share the screen and run my PowerPoint?
No, this is yeah. Either way, you can run, or I'm happy to run this slide for you if you're okay.
All right, that's fine. I'll leave it to you. So, welcome to New Zealand Tertiary College. I mean, this is a mission and vision statement, which is to value people and is committed to empower students to care, educate, and serve meaningfully and effectively by providing comprehensive and professional programs. I mean, at the end of the day, we are graduating ECE teachers, and we want all of you looking to study at early childhood to make a difference in the life of young children and the communities. Very important question: why NZTC? That's why all of you are here today, to understand why you should be studying at NZTC, what it makes it special. So all our qualifications are approved by NZQA, which is New Zealand Qualifications Authority. So it's recognized by all over the world. NZQA qualifications is recognized all over the world. And our qualifications with NZTC is approved. Of course, we approved in India. We have it's approved in Sri Lanka. It's approved in Malaysia through the MQA. And also I think it has a memorandum with Singapore and other countries as well, to accept each other's qualification. We are the largest early childhood teacher education institute in New Zealand with 42 years of history. So we are a 42-year-old institution only specializing in early childhood, the largest provider of ECE in New Zealand. Two of our qualifications, graduate diploma in teaching and bachelor's of teaching, they lead to teachers registration, which means that if you're looking to be an early childhood teacher, you have to study a qualification that leads to registration with Teaching Council. Then only you can work as an early childhood teacher. You need to be registered, licensed, and qualified. We also have a pathway program. So anyone who's a high school graduate, 18 years old high school graduate from their home country, they can look into starting our diploma level qualifications from level 5 to level 6, leading to bachelor's. What makes us very unique is the fact that you can choose the start date when you want to study. So all our undergraduate qualifications, diploma level 5, level 6, bachelor's, graduate diploma, we have flexible start date to start between January and November this year. And what makes us again very unique is the fact that our programs combine field experience and field practice. This is something our international students really appreciate and love, the fact that you're getting a practical component in the qualification while you're studying with us. Very unique. So in terms of qualifications, we offer undergraduate qualifications. The most popular is graduate diploma in teaching in early childhood education, which is around 16 months duration, 1.33 years. It leads to registration. Then we offer bachelor's of teaching, bachelor's of education, and diploma level qualifications as well. In the next few slides, I'll explain each qualification more in detail. So let me talk about graduate diploma in teaching. Let me spend some time here, because graduate diploma in teaching is a flagship program. A lot of students who are looking to study becoming an ECE teacher, they're looking at graduate diploma in teaching. So if you hold a bachelor's degree from your home country, a 3-year bachelor's degree from your home country, or above, like master's degree, then you can look at studying graduate diploma in teaching. And Bharat, if you've seen, we removed the NZQ requirement here. So I think
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're going to do an internal assessment of your qualification. So if you have a qualification from your home country, we'll do an internal assessment. RBS team will guide you through how to do an internal assessment. And you have to meet English language requirements, which is mandatory. Some of the English language tests we accept is language cert, C1, 35 out of 50. PT 65 in each band, IELTS 7 in each band, CELTA or Cert TESOL. Now, we can accept multiple test scores. So for example, if you have a student who's given PT and scored 65 overall with 65 in each band, but one band he or she has scored less, say 60, they can sit for PT again and score 65 in that one band. We can then combine the scores of PT. Same happens with IELTS. So if you have 7 overall with 7 in each band, but one band is scored less, you can sit for IELTS again. And if you score in that one band, we can accept the IELTS as a combined scores. We can also accept combined scores between IELTS and PT. So for example, if you sat for IELTS, you scored 7 overall, and 3 bands you scored 7, but one band you scored 6.5. You can actually sit for PT, scored 65 in that one band, and we can combine IELTS and PT scores as well.
Okay,
There are
now
certain
just to add, just adding to Sunil, one point is that, guys, the NZQA report requirement has been removed actually yesterday only. So to be fair, because I know a couple of students are here who have been applied and got the NZQA or are waiting for NZQA. So that's a new change. Is that correct, Sunil? Because I want to be on a very clear note on that. And at the same time, guys, I know people are raising hand. Please add your questions in the Q&A session box. It will be easier for us. Over to you, Sunil.
Yes, so just that's absolutely correct. We just had an update yesterday after getting approval by Teaching Council. So even day before yesterday, I was not aware that we're gonna not be requiring it. So if any student has applied for NZQ report, great. That's okay. If you have not applied for it, just get in touch with the RBS team to see whether you meet the assessment, whether you need an assessment or not. We can also exempt English language if you studied bachelor's or master's 2 years or more from one of the listed universities in the countries of New Zealand, Australia, US, UK, Canada, Ireland, and South Africa. So if you studied from any of these 7 countries, bachelor's 2 years or above, say master's. Now we have some Malaysian students, some Singaporean students who done their bachelor's or master's from, for example, UK university or Australian university, but it needs to be in the country. So you should have studied your bachelor's 2 years or master's 2 years in Australia, because we know for the fact that some of the students, especially from Southeast Asia, from Malaysia and Singapore, they have Singapore Malaysian campus for the UK or Australian universities. For that, we do not accept it. It's an exemption. So, but if you have studied in Australia or in UK or in the countries, then we can look at your English language requirement as waived. So after that, your file will go through selection. And once we issue the offer letter invoice, we'll be in touch with you regarding your enrollment process. So we also offer Bachelor's of Teaching qualification. So Bachelor's of Teaching qualification is meant for someone who's a high school graduate from their home country, higher secondary graduate. If you're from Malaysia, you're STPM graduate or above, or similar in Chinese board. And also in Singapore as well, if you're a high school graduate, A levels and above. So we can look at meeting English. If you have those, if you're about 20 years in age, we can look at studying into Bachelor's of Teaching qualification. Language requirement remains the same as graduate diploma in teaching, which is language cert of 35 out of 50, PT of 65 in each band, IELTS 7 in each band, CELTA or Cert TESOL. So yeah, the English language pretty much remains the same, and we go through an interview and selection before we issue offer letter to you. Then we also offer pathway programs for somebody who wants to study diploma leading to bachelor's. So we offer New Zealand Diploma Level 5, which is equivalent to first year of bachelor's degree. We offer Diploma Level 6, if equivalent to second year of bachelor's degree. And then after doing 1 or 2 years of diploma, you can study 1 more year, which is third year, that leads to teacher's registration. This is a very common pathway for some students who do not have very high IELTS. They have a basic IELTS, but they want to study bachelor's in the future.
Can I add this into a point is that, guys, the requirement of English is different for level 5 leading to bachelor's. So again, students who are doing undergraduate and who are not able to meet the requirement of 7 in each module, if they're going through a pathway from 5.5 onwards, they can follow the level 5 route. Is that correct, Sunil?
Yes, the next slide will explain that, Bharat. So I'll come to that.
Sure.
So Yeah, we have these are the entry requirements for New Zealand Diploma in EC Level 5. So if you're a high school graduate from India or Nepal, if you're O levels graduate, if you're SPM graduate or similar from Malaysia, if you have O levels, A levels again from Singapore as well, then you can look at enrolling into a diploma level 5 qualification. IELTS academic is basic 5.5 overall with 5 in each band, or PT of 42 overall with no band less than 36. The except again in other English language tests as well. University entrance if you studied in New Zealand, NZCEL level 4 if you are in New Zealand done a level 4 qualification, and after that your file will go through selection to issue offer letter and invoice. After that, again, you can continue level 6, which is you need to have a level 5 qualification, and then you can continue to level 6. So ALS for that is 6 overall with 5.5 in each band, or PT of 50 overall with 42 in each band. Now, sometimes we do have some students, especially from Southeast Asia, sometimes from Sri Lanka, who done diploma in EC. So they say, can they enroll directly in level 6? Well, the answer is as long as your diploma from your home country is assessed by NZQA as equivalent to level 5, then we can look at getting some cross credits to move to level 6 qualification as well. That's but quite a common query we receive from the students, especially from Malaysia, Singapore, and Sri Lanka, where they have some of them have a diploma in EC. So yeah.
Sure, that'll be good. And at the same time, guys, the visas which you get from level 5, 6, 7 for NZTC is actually a pathway provider. So you don't need to apply another visa after finishing of level 5 or level 6.
Yeah. So we do offer postgraduate qualifications as well. So, and for the postgraduate qualification, the difference between the undergraduate qualifications and postgraduate qualifications is the postgraduate qualifications do not lead to teachers registration. That means you cannot work as an early childhood teacher if you study postgraduate. Also, there is no practical component if you're looking to study postgraduate. So even if you not want to work as an EC teacher, but in EC sector in non-teaching roles, then you can look at studying our postgrad and master's qualification. The entry requirements is you need to hold bachelor's degree, and you need to have IELTS of 6.5 overall with 6 in each band, or PT of 58 overall with 50 in each band in one sitting. Here we got 4 intakes because these are semester-based qualifications. So we have February. The next intake we have is in May, August, and October. So if you're looking at enrolling in May intake, I think you just have to really hurry up. I think Bharat will explain you the reason why. Yeah. But yeah, they do not lead to teachers registration. So these are some of the useful links. So the Teaching Council language requirements. So the language requirements which I explained to you for the teaching qualification set by Teaching Council of New Zealand. So more information can be provided on this link. There's also you have to meet English language requirements by NZQA because all our courses are approved by NZQA. Education Gazette is a website for Ministry of Education jobs in EC. So if you want to know how much you get, what is a career as an EC teacher, so at any point of time, there are 400 to 500 vacancies only in early childhood education. That's one of the reasons Immigration New Zealand has put EC teacher in the green list because there is a shortage of early childhood teachers in New Zealand currently. What are the benefits? Again, Bharat and his team would explain to you. But then, yes, 100% job outcomes for our graduates. The minimum pay our graduates are currently earning, Bharat, is $30 an hour.
So what I'll do is that, guys, I think we'll be adding more on the answers also. So please, in the meantime, if you can put all the questions in a Q&A box. I'll be doing few slides before we jump into the Q&A, and it'll be very quick because that is the important slide. Is that okay, Sanil?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So idea is that what we want to talk about apart from the study also is that post-study work option, because a lot of students want to look onto post-study work options and what they can do after that. Now, every course offered in New Zealand doesn't lead to a post-study work option. The qualification offered by NZTC primarily, which is the bachelor's and graduate diploma and master's, they all lead to post-study work options. When you're working about level 5, level 6, and level 7, you normally get a post-study work option from the last bachelor's option. So which is kind of 1 to 2 year of your kind of post-study work, right? Now, compared to when you talk about graduate diploma, which again will be a 1 year, 1.5 year qualification, you can get a post-study work option up to 1 to 2 years while you get your registration done. And for PG diploma, again, it's a 1 year leading to 1 year. For masters, for any masters, which is 1 to 1.5 year or 2 year, you get a 3 year post-study work option. Now, these are primarily the work settings given by Immigration New Zealand, not set by any college or university. Anything, Sanil, you want to add here?
No, I think it's pretty much clear, in terms of the requirements. All I can say for the fact um, is that most all of our students, especially enrolling into graduate diploma in teaching and bachelors, have a job offer even before they graduate. So they're just looking forward to the work visas coming in, um, looking to study the qualification. So, again, I can add is just because the master's giving 3 years work visa and graduate diploma is giving 1 year, I think it won't make big of a difference because in terms of teaching jobs, the graduate diploma in teaching has high number of EC jobs as well. In terms
Yeah.
of to become a teacher, so it won't make a difference for someone who's looking at because they want to study masters just because they get 3 years post study work visa.
Sure. And at the same time, certain qualifications which we're talking about today have the spouse or dependent visa also. Now, like masters, like graduate diploma, there are dependent visas allowed, and then there are kids can also join at the same time. So I'll talk about there are multiple residence pathway also. Now, this is a very slide and it's from the immigration website. It's easier for you to follow up also. We can send the links. Now, there are 3 different type of residence pathways, which is skilled migrant resident pathway, green list pathway, and the care workforce and transport sector agreement. Now, we will talking about green list pathway today because most of the qualifications which are leading to registration as a teacher fall under that pathway. Now, in various qualifications, New Zealand offer multiple way to follow the residence pathway. Now, teaching, because it's in a skill shortage area or a demand area or a green list area, they follow into a green list pathway, which means that if you are in a tier 1 role, you can lead towards the state residence. But if you are in a tier 2 role, which is a EC teacher or a primary teacher or a secondary teacher, you work for 2 years and apply for work to residence. So the idea is that most of the students, when they finish the qualification, they are actually into the job or they get a job immediately because the demand is very high. And this is what, if you see the qualification of NZTC, most of them are having a practicum, which is they are spending their time with an early childhood center to complete their qualification or course pathway. Is that correct, Sanil? You want to add on that?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Bharat. So it leads to the course requires you to do field experience of 16 hours per week in an EC center. And this means that most of the time, 80% of the time, it's the same students where they've been practicing there are being absorbed by the EC center because you already know the staff, you know the way of working, you know the parents, you know the kids. So 80% of the students have a job offer in the same center where they're doing field experience. And till date, in my 12 years of career at NZTC, I've not found a single graduate who's not found a job. I've not found a single graduate student who's not found an EC center to do field experience. And I think that's the fact that the largest component of our courses is practicum, which is really appreciated by international students.
Great. Now, guys, we are coming to Q&A, and again, we have got a decent number of questions. But again, if you have any questions till now, rather than raising hand, please type the question in the Q&A box. So I'll start from Zainab. See, Zainab, your question is out, not for the particular area of teaching, but I'm happy to answer. You want to look about the scholarship and study in the PhD. Just remember that the New Zealand PhD is already for international students, it's actually same fees as a domestic, which is around $8,000 to $10,000 per year. And yes, if your mentor or your supervisor sees that you are a valuable candidate of PhD, then they can provide you what we call full sponsorship for the PhD. So yes, you can raise out to either us, we can tell you the process, or you can reach out to university website directly. I'll go to Amar. Hi, I'm unable to score 65 each in PTE. I am BSc B8, age 34 with 8-year experience. What other courses can I pursue in case I cannot proceed for teaching registration program? and what are the career prospects of the program which do not lead to teaching registration. Now, I can answer one part of the question, and again, other part of the question I will ask Sanil also to join in. See, Amar, you have given, if you've given a PT once only, I will recommend try it and give it one more. Like Sanil said, you can have multiple PT scores combined. You still, again, uh, we have seen odd students giving around 2 to 3 PTs or to reach the score. But again, moving to a non-teaching registration program, it will not lead you to any registration. You have to go into administrative area now. Sunil, you want to add into this?
Yeah. So Amar, I just want to add this, that if you have scored 65 if not scored 65 on a couple of bands, I would encourage you to go and sit for PT again and score in those bands, because we can club and combine the PT scores of 65 in each band. And this is the qualification of graduate diploma in teaching I would highly recommend, because it leads to teachers registration. It's under Immigration New Zealand green list. There is a practical component, 100% job outcomes. So if you're ready to put a little bit of effort, it will pay off in very much, when you're looking to study and come here in New Zealand.
So again, for the next question, I believe from anonymous attendee, level 7 diploma, what is the PR pathway? And I believe we have answered that question live. That yes, a graduate diploma is in the green list. You can apply for your registration. You get a post-study work option. And again, as and when you get a job and you work in 2 years, you can apply for your residence pathway. Now, guys, if you need more detail, we can introduce you to our licensed immigration advisor for your full pathway. But at the same time, these are all things mentioned on the immigration website. So we will recommend you to connect us if you needed further details. We have got Wei, I understand you from Malaysia. If I'm not wrong, I'm already 61-year-old. Is this teaching program open to me and I hold bachelor's in quality serving from Unitec NZ? Over to you, Sanil. If you want to this question, I can answer this question otherwise. Yeah.
Hello, Wei. Hi. Yes, you are more than eligible, because to enroll in graduate diploma in teaching, the entry requirement is any bachelor's degree from any stream or major. So if you're not from teaching background, that's okay. As long as you have 3 years bachelor's degree, you got your bachelor's from Unitec from New Zealand. So you don't need to give NZQA report. You don't even need to meet English language requirements, because you've done 3 years in New Zealand. So you can straight away apply to enroll into a graduate diploma in teaching qualifications. For the college, there is no age limit. We can't discriminate students on basis of age, gender, anything, race, or anything. So from wherever you are around the world, you can look at studying with us.
So again, adding to Wei, yes, totally agreed with Sanil here. We can introduce to our Malaysian partner or is a licensed immigration advisor also, Sunil. But at the same time, yes, for the residents, there is the age bracket, which again, I will recommend when you speak to our licensed immigration advisor, he will be able to guide you what is the pathway you can follow if you're looking for a residence path. But yes, for qualification for study, we have recently done visa for a person who's 72-year-old. So again, there is no discrimination in New Zealand about the age factor. And good you asked this question. So we have a question from Kapila. Any possibility to allow hybrid study option for the program? Initial first part of the program online and later part to be physical on-site completion of the program. Now there is a pros and cons. Happy to Sunil to answer it first before I go. Sunil, over to you.
Yeah. So I think, Kapila, first of all our qualifications are offered by blended learning mode of study, which has to be done in New Zealand. So we only offer the courses what we offer. You have to come to New Zealand study. We do not offer it online because they're not approved by Teaching Council. Part of the course requires you to do practical component, which has to be in early childhood center in New Zealand. So you would be required to come to New Zealand and study the whole qualification.
I totally agree. And I think, Kapila, just to add on that also, if you're looking to come in hybrid study and do some part in your home country, the problem will be that you may not be eligible for post-study work option if you have not spent the desired time as per immigration policy. So again, Kapila, you're welcome to write to us or reach out to a partner in certain country. I believe you, again, and whichever country you're messaging from, please reach out to our partner in that country, or you can email us to hello@rbsintellect.com. Now we have another anonymous attendee. Once we have got study visa for 1.5 months of master's since April 24 to 25, we have completed the course as of June 25. Then how much time do we need to apply for post-study work visa? Do we get to stay after study visa expires while completing studies during. Okay, there are multiple questions. So I'll give you a few answers on one by one. Yes, you can. Normally, the post-study work right is the automated option. You just need to apply and update immigration that you have finished the course, you have completed the qualification, and you have to show and apply for that visa. You do get time to get those visa conversion because your visa is always more than 1.5 years or 1.8 years. So you always get 2 to 3 months extra, so that you have sufficient time to apply for your next visa. Now, yes, again, I'm answering multiple questions. What time of month do we need to apply for PSW? Again, you can apply immediately after you finish and you get your graduation certificate. You don't need to come back. They will all give you time. Your visa will always be multiple months extra to get you there. I think you've been asking the same question again. You don't need to come back to your home country. You can apply safe over there. Your visa gives you 2 to 3 months. Now,
So,
going
Bharat,
back
just to add
yeah.
on what the query is, I think what I've seen is whatever the duration of the course, Immigration New Zealand always give you 1 month extra time, pass for you to sort out your graduation and apply for another visa. So just to add, what we've seen for our students at least is, so if the course is 60, for example, 18 months of masters, they'll give you visa for 19 months, so that you finish the course in 18 months and then you have 1 month's time to apply for another visa.
Okay, no, I totally agree on that. So coming on to fee structure, I think Sanil, the fee structure which we're talking about is ranging between $30,000 to $40,000, depending on the program.
Yeah, so
Bachelor's,
diploma
we
starts
always
at $24,000, but please visit our website. All the fees are updated on the website. If you're still not able to find it, just email to the college, or you can email the RBS team, and we'll provide you with a complete fee structure, including the tuition fees and other fees like insurance and everything, which you have to pay as well.
Great. Vasan, I think the way of this typo, we understand that. So Rupesh from Nepal, why students with education gap treated as gangster or rapist? You're using some language which you can't say. Did their right collapse after gap? Nobody wants to stop his or her career without some major problems. Why abroad colleges does not think on this topic. Now, again, Rupesh, education gaps are not treated if you are working, if you're doing some work in your home country. So that is not a called gap. So I'll recommend, if you have a particular case, please send us an email on that or reach out to us, because I can't understand the question where you're saying none of the colleges kind of have that tendency of not to accept a student. There is always some kind of requirement have to be met, and if student can demonstrate the right requirement, we can answer the right question. Is that correct? Sunil, you want to add on that?
Yeah, so we don't count educational gap as long as, for example, if you've completed your bachelor's degree and a graduate, and it's being internally assessed as NZQA, we don't look at for the fact that you were, after studying for 2 years, you had a gap for 1 more year before finishing third year. We don't look into it, and the educational gap, it's more, I guess, as an Immigration New Zealand, where you have to explain it much better. Yes, there would be, for NZTC, it's not an issue, because we understand that there would be some genuine personal reasons why students would have educational gap. Again, you need to see, a lot of our students who look at studying teaching courses with us are females or women, and they have educational gaps in between, because they had married, they had kids, the various genuine reasons. So as long as you can explain it in your statement of intent to the college, and I guess the RBS team can can look into your case and see whether how you can explain it to immigration. I don't think so it's a major issue.
Great. So coming on to the next question, anonymous attendee, can an existing master holder in business management start the level 9 masters in your program and serve as a teacher? See, masters don't lead to registration. So that is one thing which is, again, Sanil, correct me if I'm on the same track. Yes, yeah. But you can still apply for graduate diploma, because again, graduate diploma qualifications are specific qualification for teaching registration. You can always do double masters also. There is no issues on that. We have seen students getting visas for them also. Sunil, you want to add anything?
In terms of that question, no, I don't want to. As long as if you're looking to be a teacher, then we recommend you to go for graduate diploma in teaching. We had students who had bachelor's and master's um, in MBA in business management, looking to become studying a teacher qualification. As long as you can explain it to us why you want to change your stream. We'll be more than happy
Okay.
to look into and assist you. Yeah.
Sure. And we have a question from again, which is out of the teaching area. What are the green list courses options for students who have done diploma in nursing, which is, I believe it's a PCL nursing, a diploma in health assistant, and a diploma in agriculture here in Nepal? There are options available which are kind of leading to a 2 years diploma in enrolled nursing. There is a level 7 community health program. So there are multiple programs. My recommendation will be please email us. We can give you the list and options of your background. It's easier. You can send your CV also with that, which will be helpful to us. Now we have Buddhi Thapa Magar again from Nepal. I passed bachelor's degree in 2011 and master's degree in business studies in 2018 from Nepal. Further, I've been working at a commercial bank as a credit in charge in Nepal. Which course is suitable for me, and can we suggest? Now, with again, this is not the relevant session, but again, for answer, I will say that you can go to multiple qualifications in business management or applied management or MBA. Even you have done masters, you can do a specialized area in finance or kind of applied accounting. Suggestion to you: email us your CV on our email ID. We will help you to answer that question. I think again, anonymous in India, Pakistani welcomed here. I'm PhD English linguistics. I need teaching license from New Zealand as a researching qualification. I'm already 43. What is the possibility? Sunil, do you want to answer that question? Everyone is welcome in New Zealand.
Yes, everyone is welcome in New Zealand. There is no discrimination based on the nationality or race or gender, or anything, or age. So we do get applications from Pakistan. We do get inquiries. There is a sizable Pakistani population in New Zealand, I guess. Yeah. So you're more than welcome.
And again, sorry, just to add, even RBS team is doing multiple visa for some students from Pakistan and who are based out of Malaysia and Singapore.
Yeah.
So what about PhD programs? Again, Sagar, we will recommend for PhD, please email us, because those in the process. There are options, and New Zealand welcomes PhD, and again, the PhD students, or after they complete, there is a direct residence pathway. Again, this is one of the partner company. If I'm not wrong, please confirm what is the entry requirement of level 5 and level 6. Is the course available for Indian students or on campus or online? So again, I think there are options available. So students at level 5 need 5.5 band and no band less than 5, and for level 6 it is 6 band, no band less than 5.5. Whereas yes, students of Indian descent are allowed to come to study this course on campus. There is no online option available.
There's blended learning mode of study. So the courses what we offer for even for level 5, level 6 is a blended learning, which is a combination of field experience in an EC center. So if you have students from level 5 and level 6, we have from RBS already.
Yes,
so
we already have students.
Yeah, so they have to do field experience in an EC center. Part of the course assessment is online, and they have to attend tutorials in a campus as well.
Great. We have Sandy Anand. You're a doctoral candidate, and my age is 44. Can I do graduate diploma in teaching? My PT score is 79 plus. I think obviously, yes, you can do it. We have already one student with the same caliber, same background, applied for a graduate diploma teaching option or relevant areas. There is no, again, issues, Chadram. You can explain very well why you're going to this particular qualification. And Sanil has already confirmed and mentioned that there are people at the same age, which is a very common age for teachers to come in, if I'm not wrong.
We have students who had PhDs and from their home country as well, doing graduate diploma in teaching. Is all I can say, which meets your profile requirements, Sandy.
Great. So please email us. Our team will be supporting you. Again, can you explain further if the recent waiver in the QA which was mentioned? So again, this is what NZTC's requirement was to get the qualification assessed from NZQA before you apply for offer letter. I believe that has been waived, or there are some more certain options have come in the picture. Is that correct, Sanil?
Yeah. So just to give you a brief idea, so earlier, till couple of days ago, we were asking students to provide NZQA reports. But since yesterday, through the approval by Teaching Council of New Zealand, what NZTC will do is we will first look at your qualification, whether it's under immigration exemption list, If it's not on the Immigration New Zealand exemption list, we will do our internal assessment, which means that if we had a student from same university or similar qualification as you did, the chances are high we would meet. You don't need to provide NZQA. If that's not the case, then we have to request you to provide an NZQA report or similar report called WES. So I would suggest you to get in touch with the RBS team and submit your documents through when you apply for us to do an internal assessment.
Great. So we have anonymous in India. So I have a pre-masters and about to conclude masters from UK. What are the best and most affordable options? Again, see, we want to see the more detail than what you've done in your previous qualifications, and then only we can act. So please email your CV. It will be helpful. Again, what is the maximum age limit to apply for PhD? Again, there is no age limit for PhD. Just to update you, there is no age limit for any programs. The age limit is only for the residence pathway, which is 55 and below. So again, it'll be great to see what you're looking and what are the questions. Amar, you have said could not get 3 times the PH, sir, and now what should I do? So this is question where he has done PT 3 times. So Amar, again, it'll be great if you can send your CV. Let us review it. If you've got equivalency for masters, or otherwise you can go for a EAP program in New Zealand and then come down and then apply for multiple things. But again, for registration, you required 7 in each module or 65 in each module in PTE. Is that correct, Sanal?
Yes, absolutely right. So what we follow is Teaching Council requirement for English language. We, as a college, or I think any teacher education provider, be it a university, don't have the flexibility to favor the English language requirements. And we have to follow it. So I suggest get in touch with the RBS team. I suggest send them your PT scores, all 3 PT scores there, and your CV. They look into it. They can forward it to me to discuss it further and see how we can support you.
Okay, so now we have another question. Can we offer a green list pathway or graduate diploma course? Also, I do bachelor's as well, but I want to do teaching musician and please suggest. So again, you have multiple options. You can do bachelor's, you can do graduate diploma. For a green list pathway, graduate diploma is sufficient. So again, please send your CV and details so that I can answer the question. Otherwise, we can't get a brief background why and what we to answer. We'll go to same anonymous in India. What is the minimum age requirement for bachelor's of teaching? So, Sunil, I believe there should be high school and again,
for bachelor's of teaching, if you want to enroll directly, you need to be minimum 20 years of age or above to enroll into bachelor's. So if you're not 20 years or above in age, then if you're 18 years, you are younger, that is 18 years and above, then you can look into a diploma to bachelor's pathway. But if you are 20 years above in age, you can enroll straight into a bachelor's of teaching qualification.
Now we have got Kelly Cohn here. Kelly, any age limit? I'm 66-year-old. I have a bachelor's of communication from University of Putra, Malaysia. So Kelly, again, there is no age limit. You're welcome to join. Again, you can join this course. It's just the age limit is only if you are applying for residence pathway. My suggestion will be if you can send the details, our regional partner Sonlem, who is also LI, he's in Malaysia currently. He can connect with you and give you free further details about. I believe that is what I can answer, or again, Sunil will recommend that only.
Yeah.
Pooja, normally the duration of graduate diploma is 1 year. Why the program is of 16 months? Now, that's an approval document, so it's something which I'll say not a specific question, but again, over to you, Sunil.
Yeah, so it is normal for graduate diploma qualifications to be a little bit more than 1 year. I guess University of Auckland has over 1 year, 12 months duration, and we have approved. And again, what makes our graduate diploma, Pooja, is different than other graduate diplomas. Other graduate diplomas, some of them, are not in teaching, whereas ours is in teaching and they lead to teachers registration. It has a major field practice component as part of the course. Again, if the duration is 16 months, but the academic duration is 52 weeks, which means that you can still complete a graduate diploma in teaching qualification in 13 months duration. So 52 weeks, which is 13 months. So I think Bharat will explain you better, but sure. I guess that's how it is. 1 year qualification, usually students finish in 9 or 10 months, the academic year.
Agreed. So this is again just giving a heads up, guys. It's when the qualification document is approved and faculty arrange that way so that student can get a good amount of time to complete the
Yes.
a lot of practicums and all. So this question is, I'll say that it's more about relevant when the qualification is created. So I'll say it's a good qualification and you don't need again 16 months and 12 months doesn't make a difference from my perspective. And again, Helen from Zimbabwe is saying that studying teaching through your pathway program cost me. So again, Helen, if you're doing graduate diploma, the fees is around $32,000 plus the living expenses $20,000. So it will be around $52,000 as a show money to apply for the visa. Nobody need to pay money till the time you don't get a approval in principle from Immigration New Zealand. Now, if you're going for a bachelor's of teaching pathway, which is a 3-year program, it'll be $25,000 per year, if I'm not wrong. Ranging to that per year plus living expenses. So again, Helen, please send your message on a WhatsApp to RBS, or you can put an email so that we can come back to you with a complete option for you. And thank you for asking question. We have got way set emergency to Shiraz. Again, thank you, Way. We'll get Shiraz and Sanlim to reach out to you. They will come back to you with all your options and all your questions. Kelly, to apply for visa to enter New Zealand. Again, Kelly, please share the CV with us on RBS ID or to our partner ID. What my suggestion to you will be that we will connect you. Please send a message. We will reach out to you immediately. I believe you're in Malaysia, like I mentioned. Let our partner to reach out to you. Samir, time frame of offer letter issuance. Sanil, this is a question for you, and it's a very important question.
Yes. So once, Samir, the process is you have to submit your application online. Through the application form is available on our website. You have to submit online, and RBS team can assist you. Once you submit the application, we email you the list of documents. And once we receive the documents, the file goes through selection. We do interview. So the whole process can take 2 to 3 weeks. So
if the documents are complete,
yeah,
if the documents are complete,
the documents are complete.
Yeah.
So if you ensure that you are highly organized, professional, and submit all the documents, we'll make sure we'll issue the offer letter within 2 to 3 weeks time.
So given to app update, guys, and because it is from RBS perspective, NZDC doesn't issue condition offer letter except on 1 or 2 conditions, not for multiple conditions. Is that correct, Sanil?
Yes. So usually we only issue offer letters for 2 reasons. One is if you need a bank loan, your bank is asking for it. Other reason is some courses like graduate diploma in teaching and bachelor's, we need police clearance certificate. And sometimes some countries, they need PCC. The PCC authority needs an offer letter to show that they're looking to study. That's why they need this PCC. So we can issue in that regards. Again, Bharat, we can issue a conditional offer letter that if you have an onshore student whose, for example, visitor visa is expiring, or something.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is offshore, guys. Again, onshore is a very different model, but again, onshore they pay fees in advance before they go into it. So we have Vivek Giri, having completed my bachelor degree in civil engineering from Nepal. I'm keen to pursue further study. Could you kindly advise me the enrollment process with 5 years of relevant experience? I believe I meet the eligibility criteria for advanced programs. Again, Vivek, if you're looking to study in the teaching, that we can help you out there. But if you're looking to other programs, there are multiple options like construction management and all. We can provide you the details accordingly. So please email your CV. Is that correct, Sanil?
Yes, we'll look into that.
Because civil engineering, again, it's a green list. You can go to construction management, it's a green list. So better we get CSCV, or otherwise reach out to our office in Tinkune in Kathmandu. They will be supporting. It's SS Global RBS office. Thank you. We have Adel Oy. I'm interested to apply PhD education. Would you be able to help for the application? So Adel, and again, all the PhD students, I'll recommend please go through the university research page of the website because PhD application are 90% have to be applied through your supervisors. We can only help you when the supervisors have accepted you. So we don't support in applying PhD application or developing a research document. So we suggest people to reach out to supervisor. They need some document, and that list is there on the website, or we can provide you that list. But all the PhD applications have to be submitted by a PhD candidate to the supervisor for the acceptance. Now, we do help in Masters by Research, which might be valuable for you. So Sandy, again, what are the options for me to get pathway to PR visa, sir? Again, Sandy, it depends if you're looking for which qualification and what you're doing. We know that you're a PhD candidate. Please send your CV. We can review and recommend you. If you're going for a graduate diploma, uh, early childhood teaching, that leads to a pathway to residence options. But again, let us see the detail before we recommend, and we will also help you and suggest you the license advisor to support the whole process. So, Sanil, you're welcome to jump in. I'm just trying to be a question on the time.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I think we've answered Sandy's question before as well. So, from college perspective, of course, graduate diploma in teaching is the best option. From the study perspective, I can offer her for her pathways,
So again, the question around diploma in health studies and agriculture in Nepal. So please, whoever you are, send the details of question. We can recommend you which are the options available, which are pathway to a green list. Or see, do remember, if whatever qualification you're doing, it doesn't mean that it's in the green list or not in the green list. There are multiple ways to apply for residence. So don't be stick on that. But yes, there are a lot of health qualifications and there are a lot of agriculture qualifications at the lower level also. Now, Louis, what is the subject pending to be completed and not completed within 1.5 months as provided by visa? What's the next step to complete that subject? Will visa be extended? See, Louis, you will only apply for your further, if I understand your question, after completion of qualification, then only you can apply for your further visa for study. But if you're not completed in subject, you need to re-enroll and apply for that particular course to study and get an extension for that course or that particular time period. Is that correct, Sanil?
Yes, absolutely right. Yes.
So, Kelly, any suggestion from you to easy to follow this program? Yes, Kelly, please send a CV. We'll help you out. It'll be easier. From Kapila, how many years of post-study visa is granted for a graduate diploma? See, Kapila, normally it is a 1 year, but for a registration process.
Yeah. Just to add, all the three queries after Amar all are related to master, so we can combine and answer those.
Yeah, I'll be going that, but yeah, just going to Kapila's question. So, Kapila, post-study for a graduate diploma is between 1 to 2 years. It depends upon, it gives you time for getting extra registration process. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, Sanil, is that anything you want to add on that?
See, in terms of the admission process, as I mentioned in the slide, you need to have bachelor's degree, which will be internally assessed at NZQA. IELTS is 6.5 overall to 6 in each band, or PT of 58 overall with 50 in each band. It does not lead to teachers' registration. In terms of career prospects, you're looking at non-teaching roles in early childhood, which is more an administrator, tutor, or lecturer. But I need to make you cautious for two things. One is there are no teaching component when you're doing masters. It's highly academic, theory, and research based. So which means that you have to do a lot of self-reading, like any masters in New Zealand. It's theory and research based. So you have to do your own research. There will be not spoon feeding happening when you're studying masters, and it's a level 9 qualification. So keep that in mind, that it's a high level qualification, and you're expected to do a high quality of academic studies. Just because you're looking at the course because it's a lower English language requirement does not mean that it's an easy pathway. We had students studying in masters who were doing well, but there were challenges across because you're being pushed to a limit when you're studying a level 9 qualification.
Okay, so I think we have answered both the questions. Is that correct?
Yes, I think all the three questions we have answered. Anonymous attendees also.
Great. So I'll take the last question here, which is from Rasika. I'm 46-year-old. I have more certificates in English teaching diploma and bachelor degree in business management. Again, Rasika, if you're looking for this course of graduate diploma, yes, you can apply. You have a bachelor's degree in business management. If you're looking to go for a teaching option, yes, there are options available, and you can share the CV. We have a partner in Sri Lanka and Colombo. We can provide you full support. Is that correct?
Yep, I think she can look at graduate diploma in teaching. We have similar profile students from Sri Lanka, yes.
Great. Again, guys, thank you very much for asking questions. It was a pretty good discussion. We had around 40 odd questions, which is nice, and we have around a decent number of attendees for our session today. So again, if you have any last minute questions, please email us. We will try to help you out, or we will recommend you right structure or right candidate. Thank you, Sanil, for your time for today. Will you like to add anything last minute, 30 seconds from MZTC?
No, it was great. Again, interacting with all of you who are really keen to study in New Zealand, especially in early childhood education courses. And it's always great to collaborate with RPS to make sure that we're giving them the right study pathways for students.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, everyone, for joining. It's appreciated, and I look forward to answering your queries. And my team will be also working with me to support you.